Did you know that over 300,000 people die each year in the United States due to blood clots? Blood clotting is essential for our survival. Our bodies form clots as a natural response to bleeding, which aids in our recovery from injury. However, when this mechanism fails, it leads to deep vein thrombosis, pulmonary embolism, heart attack, and stroke, and diet plays an important role. So, today, we'll look at the 7 worst foods that increase the risk of dangerous blood clotting, as well as a few amazing foods that protect against it. Take note of these because they are a powerful ally for cardiovascular health. Remember to click the thumbs up and subscribe buttons to stay up to date on our latest video. First and foremost, you may have been told that artificial sweeteners are a healthy alternative, but this approach is not without risk. A recent study published in 2023 in the journal Nature Medicine raised concerns about artificial sweetness, specifically aril. Aril is a sugar alcohol that serves as a low-calorie sweetener. Researchers looked into the health records of 3,000 people. What they discovered was startling. Those who consumed the most aril were nearly twice as likely to suffer cardiovascular events like heart attacks and strokes over a 3-year period. However, the study did not end there. To better understand how aril affects the body, researchers conducted laboratory experiments. They exposed human platelets, which are responsible for blood clotting, to aril and observed their response. Interestingly, the presence of aril increased the platelets' sensitivity to clotting signals. Other research has found similar concerns with various artificial sweeteners, such as a Harvard University study that linked aspartame to a higher risk of stroke and acesulfame potassium to an increased risk of coronary artery disease. These risks are thought to be due to the fact that these sweeteners may cause inflammation and harm the gut microbiome. We'll get into another microbiome destroyer shortly, but first, we have processed meats. Bacon, sausages, hot dogs, and deli meats are linked to blood clots and other health issues. First, these meats contain low-quality saturated fats, which can cause arterial plaque. We're not saying all saturated fats or meats are bad, but processed meats tend to have them. Processing chemicals like nitrates and nitrites are another issue. These substances preserve meat but become nitrosamines in the body, causing inflammation. Remember that high-temperature cooking creates advanced glycation end products, AGEs, in processed meats. AGEs cause oxidative stress and blood clots. Additionally, processed meats are linked to other health issues beyond blood clotting. Oxford University research found that 50 g of processed meats per day increases coronary heart disease risk by 18%. Processed meat eaters also have a higher colorectal cancer risk. Refined carbohydrates may be the most sneaky part of modern diets. Western diets rely on refined carbs because the USDA food pyramid recommends them. The bran and germ of grains are removed to make bread, pasta, pastries, and cookies, removing fiber, vitamins, and minerals. A fast-digesting carb keeps our blood sugar levels fluctuating. Glycation, which we'll discuss later, caused by refined grains is also harmful. All of this disrupts blood flow and causes inflammation. The body's internal alarm system, inflammation, can damage blood vessels and increase clot risk when it rings constantly. Refined carbs are the worst offenders and one of the most commonly eaten foods, so limiting bread, pasta, and flour-based foods can help. Next, fast food is dangerous due to low-quality meats, toxic vegetables, and unhealthy cooking. These factors create a risky environment. First, fast food meat is often low quality. That $2 burger doesn't have grass-fed meat. What's different? Different from grain-fed meat, grass-fed meat contains short-chain fatty acids. Shorter chain fats reduce inflammation and heart disease risk. Vitamins and heart-healthy omega-3 are abundant in grass-fed meats. However, grain-fed meats have longer chain fatty acids and more inflammatory omega-6. The meat conversation has been hijacked because most studies compare meat eaters to non-meat eaters without examining meat quality. Few studies have examined meat quality, but the results are surprising. We have a video on the surprising truth about red meat and heart attacks. We'll link to that in the description. Fast food has more than bad meat. Preservatives and additives in these foods increase inflammation and risk. Cooking methods are another factor. Restaurants cook with cheap vegetable oils and reuse them, creating an invisible but serious risk. These foods contain trans fats, which increase blood clot risk, and toxic acrylamide and aldehyde volatile compounds that form when unstable oil is heated and reused. These compounds strongly link to cancer and heart disease. For hydroxy-trans-2-nonenal, a nasty compound found in omega-6 oils like sunflower and corn, is another. The compound is linked to liver, Alzheimer's, and other neurodegenerative diseases. Add fast food sauces, fries, and carb-heavy buns, and disaster ensues. Next, we have one that doesn't get so much attention but deserves a warning label. But first, Heart Disease Code would love to give you a free book, The Surprising Truth About Fat and Cholesterol, plus the first episode of The Untold Story of Heart Disease, something that everyone concerned about heart health should watch. Click the link in the description below to claim these free gifts. And could you do us a favor and click the subscribe button below? Okay, let's get back to the video. At number 3, we have canned soups and prepared meals. While convenient, these heavily processed meals hide a less savory truth. The culprit is extremely high levels of sodium, toxic oils, and preservatives, which seriously impact blood pressure and clotting mechanisms. Salt is essential for our health, playing a critical role in nerve function and muscle contraction. However, the quantity of salt found in ultra-processed foods far exceeds what our bodies can handle. Surprisingly, it's not the salt we sprinkle from our shakers that's the main issue. It's the extreme levels concealed within processed foods. The American Heart Foundation highlights a startling statistic. Around 70% of sodium in our diets comes from these processed items, not from our salt shakers. This excessive salt consumption can have serious implications for our cardiovascular health. One of the main problems is that it impairs our endothelium, the inner lining of blood vessels. This dysfunction can lead to a range of problems, including an increased risk of infections and the formation of blood clots. Furthermore, elevated blood pressure from excessive sodium forces the heart to work harder, exacerbating the wear and tear on the cardiovascular system. The key takeaway is moderation. While we can't eliminate salt entirely, nor should we, being mindful of the hidden sodium in canned soups, ready meals, and other processed foods is crucial. At number 2, while studies show that a glass of red wine may reduce blood clotting, anything more than that can swing the pendulum the other way. This increased risk is largely due to the effects of alcohol on the liver and the gut microbiome. The liver is central in regulating blood clotting. It produces proteins that help the blood clot, as well as substances that prevent clots from becoming too large. Excessive alcohol can damage liver cells, impairing this delicate balance. A compromised liver may produce an imbalance of clotting factors, leading to either an increased risk of clotting or excessive bleeding. Moreover, alcohol influences the gut microbiome, the complex community of bacteria in our intestines. These bacteria are key for digestion, immunity, mental health, and more, and are increasingly being recognized as one of the biggest factors for overall health. Once alcohol damages your gut microbiome, a cycle of worsening effects begins. Changes in gut bacteria can lead to the production of harmful substances that the liver would normally neutralize. However, in a liver damaged by alcohol, these substances accumulate, further accelerating problems. And at number 1, we have the root cause of many modern health problems: sugar. The key process to understand here is glycation, a reaction where sugar molecules attach to proteins in the blood, altering their function. Glycation plays a significant role in blood clot formation. When sugar binds to proteins in the blood, it causes these proteins to become stiff and malformed, increasing the tendency for blood clots. This process happens with any food that your body turns into glucose, whether it be table sugar, honey, or refined grains. Sodas and sugary drinks are particularly bad. It's easy to quickly consume a ton of sugar with these drinks, and they're immediately absorbed into your bloodstream. And of course, artificially sweetened drinks aren't necessarily better. While these alternatives don't have the exact same effects, various studies show that they can mimic similar effects in the body, as well as introduce the extra risks we discussed earlier with artificial sweeteners. Now, let's look at a few amazing foods that can protect against these problems. Kiwi fruit contains a special compound called actinidin, which is believed to help break down unwanted proteins, including those surrounding blood clots. Herbs and spices, especially garlic and cayenne pepper, contain anticoagulant agents. They can be considered natural blood thinners that may prevent out-of-control clot formation. Cloves contain a potent antioxidant called eugenol, which helps to repair veins and improve blood circulation. And extra virgin olive oil has a number of polyphenol compounds that deliver various benefits for the entire cardiovascular system, including healthy blood clot function. Additionally, living a healthy lifestyle is essential for preventing blood clot formation and maintaining overall well-being. Incorporating regular physical activity into your routine is crucial. Exercise improves blood circulation, reduces inflammation, and helps regulate blood pressure, all of which contribute to a lower risk of blood clots. Aim for at least 30 minutes of moderate intensity exercise most days of the week, whether it's walking, swimming, cycling, or dancing. Maintaining a balanced diet rich in whole foods is key. Focus on consuming plenty of fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, and healthy fats. These nutrient-dense foods provide essential vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and fiber that support cardiovascular health and reduce inflammation. Limit your intake of processed foods, sugary snacks, and high-fat meals, as these can contribute to weight gain and increase the risk of blood clot formation. Hydration is also important for preventing blood clots. Aim to drink plenty of water throughout the day to keep your blood flowing smoothly and prevent dehydration, which can make your blood thicker and more prone to clotting. In addition to diet and exercise, managing stress is crucial for maintaining a healthy cardiovascular system. Chronic stress can elevate cortisol levels, increase inflammation, and negatively impact blood clotting mechanisms. Incorporate stress-reducing activities into your daily routine, such as mindfulness meditation, yoga, deep breathing exercises, or spending time in nature. Finally, prioritize regular health checkups and screenings with your healthcare provider. Monitoring your blood pressure, cholesterol levels, and other key indicators can help identify any potential risk factors for blood clots early on, allowing for timely intervention and prevention strategies. By adopting these lifestyle habits, you can significantly reduce your risk of blood clot formation and support overall cardiovascular health. Remember that small changes add up over time, so focus on making sustainable choices that promote long-term well-being. We hope you found this video useful. Click the like and subscribe buttons to see more on these topics.